Yes.
All right. So now, have any of the members from the Unemployed Doctors Association already submitted their applications now that the process of recruitment has started?
Yes. So we have doctors waiting to be employed, waiting from as far as 2019. Okay, and these doctors made their applications then. And the promise from the government was, we'll employ you soon. Soon being the word, without any timeline being attached to the word soon. So the majority of them have been waiting and have been renewing their licenses from the time they were eligible to get those licenses.
Yeah.
So everyone has applied already, except for maybe a new batch which graduated maybe a few months ago. But the rest of them have made applications. So everything on our part is already in place. A list was submitted by RDAZ to the Ministry of Health, a list that was allegedly supposed to go to PSMD for printing of appointment letters. And that happened, it happened in October last year. It happened again in November, happened again in January, just a few weeks ago. So it's been an ongoing process, a back and forth with the ministry. And we've been getting, the same answers over and over again. That's why this time around, it's not just the medical doctors that are on edge. It's all health workers, because all associations now have come on board.
Yeah.
So, there's a document, the one that I was talking to you about earlier, where all associations have now come on board, and they are all anxious. They've been waiting, they've been receiving the promises to say, we'll employ you soon, and some of them have been volunteering, and they've been in these hospitals, being exposed to the pandemic, by the way, and when you are volunteering, you are not entitled to things like NEMA, and others got sick. I'm one of them that got COVID at some point.
Have you been volunteering?
Yes, I've been volunteering. Because they pushed us to volunteer. So I volunteered. And
so is it voluntary if you're pushed to volunteer?
Exactly, you see, so that's where the point is. So we did go into the hospitals and worked for a little while, and then the association sat down and said, this is not right. A lot of people have been exposed to the pandemic. They've been exposed to the virus. There is no incentive whatsoever, and people are suffering. So they called us out. So no one is volunteering at the moment. In the document that I was talking about, I think you'll be able to see that all associations have called their people away from volunteering. And from the beginning of things, we were against the idea of volunteering. And the reasons were shared with everyone, because it disadvantages a lot of people, especially those that come from low-income families. So it didn't do anyone any good, and the association sat down, and when they evaluated, they said it's not the right thing to do, and then they withdrew the workforce from the hospitals. So voluntary work for health workers is actually very dangerous again, because you cannot hold a volunteer to a certain task. If they want to go, they will leave, because they are volunteers. And that's not the way a health worker should work, because you're dealing with human life. Okay, that's a delicate area. So we were opposed to it, and we had a lot of discussions, and I think it's been understood by society even that voluntary work for health workers is not just the right way to go.